Okay, welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time. Is it morning or night where you're at?
Evening,
Yeah.
5 p.m.
Okay, okay. Where I'm at, it's still like early at morning, so that's what I was gonna say. Thank you for taking time out of your morning, but it's nighttime there.
That's
All
all right.
right.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I was listening to your songs, to your music, and I love it. Like, and I really wanted you guys on here.
Oh, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate
How
that.
do you like the music?
Yeah, definitely. So, like, the first thing I want to start out asking, like, I I follow your page and I follow all of you too, like, without the band, just solo. And you guys are all great. And how did this band form?
So the band kind of formed because of social media. So originally, Pedro and Tommy at the back there sort of had like TikTok before any of us, and they kind of came up with the idea together about a boy band. However, none of us had ever met in person before. We're all from completely different places over here, and yeah, pretty much it was a case of them to messaging us, just seeing if we wanted to be a part of it, and we said yes. And we met up in London to kind of just like see if it would work, if it was like sort of like the right thing. And pretty much we made a couple of videos, and one of them like blew up on TikTok and got like 40 million views or something. And
Oh my God.
yeah, and like overnight it kind of just then became something that we decided to put everything into. So yeah, it was all social media.
Oh wow. Like, yeah, because that's actually what I was gonna ask next is like what was the video that actually put 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 you guys over to make you big?
It would have been a Guess Who's Singing. I think Tommy was singing in it. Was it Someone You Loved?
Yeah, so
By
I
Lewis
guess
Capaldi. So it's a Guess Who's Singing that kind of just started this big trend where it was all five of us lined up, but only one of us was singing, but all of us were miming. So you had to guess which person was singing the song. And yeah, that racked up to about 40 million views. People just loved the whole sort of guessing game. And ever since then, we kept posting them. And then you got other people recreating videos and doing their kind of own spin-off on Guess Who's Singing. So we kind of got known a little bit for kind of starting this weird trend about just one person singing out of five.
Oh my God, that's so awesome. Wow. Okay. And what do you guys think of the term? Because I know there's a lot of bands that have this term, and a boy band. Like, what do you think of like that term? Do you like being called a boy band? Would you rather be called something else?
We are a boy band, to be honest with you. It doesn't bother us. I think most of the biggest bands of all time have been boy bands. So if we're in that category, that's okay with us. But yeah, no, it's not something that I think is as frowned upon as it used to be. I get maybe like
Mhm.
10, 20 years ago, it was quite a
Cheesy.
cheesy boy band, you know what I mean? But now it's not really that anymore. I think we've got built up enough of a reputation not to have that cheesiness to us, but also we are still a boy band, so we do still have the typical boy band fan base. But we're okay with it.
Okay, nice. And do you guys follow all the trends, like when you're making videos on TikTok? Do you like to follow all the trends that are out there and do like all the dances and the trends, or
We're not exactly one for dancing, unfortunately. We went for a stage actually of doing like all the TikTok trends, didn't we?
Yeah.
At one point. But I think in terms of like TikTok songs, we try and cover as many of them as possible, just because they're just like flow into the algorithm a bit more.
Yeah.
But not so much with the the dancey ones. Not really up our street.
okay? And what made you guys choose "Tongue" as like your first song to actually show everyone?
It was we got a few different stuff like sort of that, because that was the first song that we ever kind of worked on, that we were all kind of like, this is a good song that we were sent. And I think Do you know what? I've completely forgotten the question. What made us choose Dumb? So we were trying to go for like a very we were trying to find our sound a little bit. Like, do you know what I mean? So it was still really early on. We discovered that song. Like, we discovered it in what was it? August of 2020. No, 2021, and it was
August 2020.
August 2020, and it wasn't released till April 21. So like we had a long time to sort of like figure out what our sound was going to be, and we really liked that kind of vibe. It was very dancey, it was very poppy, and there's like essence of like Jonas Brothers in it and things like that, and sort of like the modern sound. And at the time, that was like the best sort of like song to go for us. Sorry, I mean, absolute meal of that.
Nah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
Sorry.
And your song Happy, like it made it to the top 10. I was reading in Hot Sounds.
On TikTok,
On
yeah.
TikTok, yeah.
Yeah. So like how did that feel to have like a top 10 song that someone was rating?
I mean, yeah, it was good, obviously. But in terms of, I think it was just more nice seeing, this song that we've, cared about, obviously, and kind of created, kind of come out and people really genuinely enjoy it to the point where they actually make videos about it and videos with the sound, which obviously helped it go up the charts for TikTok. Yeah, it was really nice to see kind of people just enjoying the sound or doing their own little trend with it, or a dance or lip syncing or whatever it was. And we kind of just enjoyed the ride, really. We were just like, we're glad that everyone else enjoys it. We think it's a good song. It's currently our most streamed one on Spotify as well. So there's obviously a correlation between both TikTok and Spotify. But yeah, we just kind of enjoyed it and just went along with it.
Nice. And all in, is that like the latest song you guys have out?
Yeah, so All In was really special for us. So we recorded it with a band called The Script. I'm not sure if you know who they are.
No.
They're quite big in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Few number ones. And we recorded it with them. And that was like a really cool experience. So you have the voice over there, don't you, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the lead singer was one of the judges on The Voice. So we were
sweet.
quite cool. So we all seen him quite a few times on TV, and we all knew his music. So to be working with Danny, his name is, from The Script, was a really, really cool experience for us. But yeah, that's a lot of care and time went into that one. It does mean a lot to quite a lot of us. So I think yeah, we were really happy to release that one.
Nice. And what inspired you guys to actually write the song and make the song? I apologize, my dog's barking. He's not shutting up.
They're all good.
So we were really lucky to work with Danny in regards to the song. Now, obviously, with all the songs that we've done, we've been really lucky to work with loads of different people. So I think in this instance, Danny did take quite a lot of control over it. However, we kind of added our own little twist on it, kind of put some personality into it, and kind of made it into something more relatable to us and like our fans and stuff like that as well.
Nice. What do you guys love most about the song?
About the song?
Yeah. The All In song.
I think it's a very mature progression in terms of our music. So for a while, obviously a lot of the music we're making was very like fast-paced pop songs, which we love doing. But obviously at the same time, we all kind of want to expand our horizons a little bit and work on different sort of varieties of music. So I think when we got sent that song, I think immediately we all loved that sort of sound that it had, and how, like, I don't want to use the word grown up, but it was a bit more like a grown up song for us to do. Like it wasn't very full on boy band, and we loved that was the case. So I think a big part of it was the fact that it was a very beautiful love song, and I think that kind of opens it up for future songs like that. It shows that we have the capability to release music like that and not just fast paced songs. So yeah, it definitely expanded like what we could do a bit more.
Sweet, sweet. And is there a song that you guys love doing the most, or a song that means the most to you?
I think I probably can speak on behalf of the group. Well, I mean, people might have individual favourites, but I know that when we perform like live on like a tour or a festival or something, Casting Shadows is one of our favourites. Is just a real, I don't know how to describe it, just emotional.
Yeah, I think for us,
We become emotional wrecks during it. Honestly, there's tears, the waterworks are going. Yeah, probably Casting Shadows. I mean, unless anyone else has
No,
got.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, agree.
Oh wow. What is it about the song that makes your emotions come out a lot in it?
It was one of the first songs we recorded. It might have been recorded it before Tom.
I think so. Yeah.
It was the first song we ever recorded then.
Oh really?
I think it was after, because I remember telling him that the day before I had just sung tongue and that my voice was a bit shattered.
It was the same weekend that we recorded them on. And we recorded it in an Airbnb in
Oh nice.
called Camden in London. And we were in this little Airbnb. We had this producer come around. We soundproofed the room, got the mic out, and we recorded it. And the first take we got back, which was just meant to be the demo, it wasn't meant to be the main thing. It was just a demo to see how we sounded on the track. We're like, we love it. We want that. We want that one. And then I remember we then tried to record it again months later, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we had a really, really good producer come round and set up a full big studio in Pedro's old room. It was. We tried to record it again. We just couldn't recreate what we've done on the demo tracks. So the demo track's actually the one that's now on Spotify. We didn't end up going with the fully produced version. I think it's just a really raw song that we all just loved the first since we'd heard it. And that's the one that really gets us. When we're on stage and we hear the fans singing it back to us, that's like, wow, we've come a long way, I guess. I think that's how we look at it.
Oh, nice. And what was the first like live show you guys ever played?
Was it our tour?
Probably our
so a year ago this month, we did another tour in the UK, did like a couple places, and it started off by doing one show in London, which then sold out, like crazy fast. Like it was mental. And then that happened 4 times over, and we ended up doing 5 shows in London and Manchester. And that was the first time we had any experience of being on stage as a 5. So it literally went from like 0 to 100 all of a sudden. So yeah, it was literally our tour last February.
Oh wow, nice. Manchester, like that's funny you said that, because that's the first place when I left the United States, the first place outside of the United States I visited was Manchester, because I used to do wrestling and I wrestled there. And
That's amazing.
Up the Reds.
yeah. I was like, oh wow, I said I haven't heard that name in a while. Like I was in Manchester probably in, was it like 2008, 2009?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. What do you guys love most about playing live?
I think it's probably just being up on stage and just having so much fun, not only so obviously for yourself and for the fans, but we generally have so much fun together. We always love interacting on stage, and I think that's one of the things why we're looking forward to Shepherd's Bush so much, and obviously the other shows like Manchester and Bristol. It's more for the fact that we can kind of, I don't know, we feel like real artists on stage, and having, for example, our parents come and see us for the London show. I think some of the other lads' parents also coming to Manchester and Bristol, just for them to kind of see, because like with the shows, really, it's kind of like the final product of this sort of few months of promo, let's just say, of a lot of hard work, and then it all comes down to that one day over, let's say, a period of 2 weeks, where you give it all you have after 3 months of doing promo or a year of doing promo, and it all comes down to like the 1 hour that you have on stage. And I feel like there's a lot of emotion, a lot of adrenaline, a lot of feelings around the place, and the atmosphere itself with the fans that we have is mental. So I think kind of just living it, if that makes sense, because it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
And it's very emotional near the end because it's like all of that's been done for just 1 hour of stage time.
Definitely. Yeah, being live anywhere, whether it's like doing a show, doing a sporting event, wrestling match, like when you're in front of a live crowd, it's like a whole different zone.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And when I mean, a lot of bands love doing it live, but when you actually have a show that's completely sold out, like that has to be an amazing feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've done a few festivals here and there, and they're always really good because we could do them for like 10,000 people.
Oh yeah.
With a festival, they're not there just to see you, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
They're always really up for it, and it's always a lot of fun, and everyone ends up loving it by the end of it. But they're not there to see you. Whereas if we, for example, we've got a venue called Shepherd's Bush coming up in 2 weeks that we're really excited to play. That's everyone there is there because we sold tickets, and that feeling that they've chosen to take that evening and spend it with us because they like our music and they like us is what really means a lot, I think. And then that's when you have the moments like when we mentioned before, when people are singing the words to your songs back to you, and that just, and it's almost indescribable. It's like a next level feeling.
Oh wow. And what do you guys like doing during your free time, if you guys have any free time between, you know, your band and touring and doing music, writing music? Like, what do you like doing in your free time?
A lot of stuff like that, pretty much.
There's much free time.
There's not a lot of free time, so everyone kind of does different things. I mean, some of us like play golf. We write some music, don't we, together? You know, there's a lot of different stuff, and everyone's quite a lot individual with it, because I think, you know, you spend every sort of waking moment with, you know, us as a group.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff you do in free time can sometimes be just with 2 of you or 3 of you or on your own. So I think a lot of that comes from sometimes you kind of need that to make the band work. You kind of need to not get sick of each other. So, you know, a lot of the time, a lot of the free time stuff is, as I said, like individuals or just a couple of us doing just stuff that we enjoy. And sometimes that can be like, you know, stuff that people have in common, like I said, the golf or songwriting and stuff. But yeah, just like try and get away from us as a 5 during the free time if we ever can. But it is rare that we ever do have any free time at all.
Oh wow, okay. Like, do you guys all live in like one house, or do you all separate? Oh wow, yeah. Nice, nice.
Oh, that on the spot.
What kind of songs do you guys like listening to? Like, what's on your playlist?
Everything. Honestly, we're going through a country phase at the moment. We're listening to a lot of country music. We love
Nice.
rap. We love, you know, pop music, obviously, like rock music. Literally, I think any kind of music you can think of, we've played it in the car or in the house or in the shower or something at some point. I can guarantee it.
Okay. And if you guys are doing karaoke, what would be your song?
You got one in, yeah?
Yeah, I do an amazing rendition of Angels by Robbie Williams. Don't know if you know this. Yeah, smash it out the park every time. Never had a bad comment. Just
All right.
Yeah, honestly, it's incredible. Like, I wish I could do it for you, but I can't.
Okay. And I'm a big horror fan. I mean, I'm sure you could tell with Chucky in the background, but I like to ask guests when I have them on, are there any horror films that you guys like watching?
We watched quite a few, haven't we, together?
I was going to suggest that Black Phone.
Yeah, we watched one recently. We watched one called The Black Phone.
Oh,
like
yeah. Yeah, that was good.
The X was that one about the
Oh,
farm. That was a
yeah,
weird
that was
one.
Yes,
The new one, Smile.
that was creepy.
Insidious is my favorite.
What was one we watched together?
Oh yeah.
Scared us out the room because you came in through the door.
I know.
I don't know because
I know what it's called.
It's puppets. It's like puppets.
Yeah,
Dead Silence.
yeah.
Dead silence.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was crazy with with that woman that was controlling. Oh,
Yeah, weird. Terrible.
yeah.
Oh, it was horrible.
What about Halloween? Is Halloween big over there? Like, did
I don't think
you
it's
guys
as
dress up
big.
this year?
Yeah, I don't think it's as big, I think, as it is
Okay.
in America, but people still do dress up. I think it's more something that people do more when they were little, doing the whole like trick-or-treating thing, going around and stuff. But we still celebrate it though. It's still something that happens over here.
Oh, sweet. Did you guys dress up this year for Halloween or go to any parties or anything?
Fake blood.
You dressed up, didn't you?
I did. When?
You're a cowboy.
I was a cowboy. Yeah, I dressed up as a dead cowboy. I did do
The
that.
rest of us just put a bit of fake blood on. We did the bare minimum. James came downstairs like, right, where are we going? And we were just like, a little bit of blood.
I love No shame.
Nice. And what about sports? Do you guys watch any sports? Do you have a favorite up?
Yeah. Arsenal, Man United. He's a Liverpool fan.
Soccer, as you call it.
Yeah, soccer.
Yeah,
But football, really.
Yeah, football, really.
yeah. Well, I mean,
other sports like golf, as I said before, was quite a big one. I
okay.
like basketball, you like rugby, don't you? You like your rugby.
Oh,
like-
nice.
Yeah, there's a few different ones that sort of like, but we like quite a lot of different ones.
Nice, sweet. And video
Game.
gaming too. Are you guys like big into gaming? Like,
Duty.
play?
A lot of Call of Duty.
There's a bit of a
Call of Duty.
Minecraft phase happening in this house. I
Yeah.
won't lie to you, there's a bit of a Minecraft phase.
Me, Tom, and
Fortnite.
Ryan have spent too many hours out of the last week.
Not what daylight's like. I'm just in the mine.
I know. Yeah. I spent about 3 hours earlier this afternoon mining for diamonds, and I'm pleased to say I have over a stack now. So
Nice. And do you like coffee or tea? Like, what would be your go-to?
It varies depending on your need.
yeah, I think we drink a lot of coffee, but we are quite tired all the time. We like a bit of tea though as well. Like,
Yeah, I like a tea.
Tea's nice and even, isn't it?
yeah, nice tea before you go to bed.
Definitely. Well, if the tea doesn't have caffeine in it, because if you drink that before bed, you're not going to go to sleep right away.
Sometimes
Bouncing off the walls.
yeah. Sometimes I'll have a Bovril before bed as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah. And is there anything coming up next for you guys? Like any new music? I know you said you have a big music festival that you're going to be playing too.
We have a lot of new music, but we can't talk about anything else as of right now. There's loads of
shit.
it's a shame because we so badly want to talk about it. But, right now, the only thing we can tell you is that there is going to be new music this year. But anything else you're gonna see, no. Yeah, there's not really anything else we can talk about, unfortunately. But you'll know
that's fine.
and stuff really soon.
Sweet, man. And lastly, is where could fans follow you guys at?
Everything.
So TikTok and Instagram is Here at Last Official, and then YouTube is Here at Last, and then Twitter is Here at Last Band.
And then Spotify as well is just Here at Last if you want to check us out on Spotify also.
Well done, Jim.
Awesome. And like the last thing I'm gonna ask is, for any viewers of mine that haven't heard of your band yet, can you tell us like who's in the band, like what your guys' names are?
I'm Zach.
I'm James.
I'm Pedro.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Tommy, and we're here at last.
Awesome. I love it. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your night coming
very
on
much
the
for
show.
having
I
us.
really appreciate that, man.
Thank
No,
you.
thank you very much for
Right,
having us.
thank you so
Appreciate
much,
it.
mate. Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, definitely. It was really good meeting you guys, and I'm looking forward to hearing what music is coming next. Like I love the songs you guys have out now, and really looking forward to seeing what's next.
If we ever come to the US, we'll invite you out for a coffee or something.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Well, the coffee or like a real drink, you know.
I said coffee because I was just minding myself, just in case.
Yeah, we're actually not.
We're
allowed to
not,
drink.
yeah, we're not allowed to drink it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well then,
In the UK.
coffee.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come
Yeah,
in.
Let's go. Let's
How about you come to our show and then we can, go for
A real drink.
a real drink.
Whenever drink you guys like, but whether it's that kind of drink or coffee, I'm down.
Thank you very much. For
Thank
having
you
us,
so
buddy.
much,
Thank you
mate.
very much.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate
All right.
Thank you very much, bud.
it. Bye.